Good. So yesterday, you remember, we create an app service, right?
Yep.
And then we did something. We we post the code from GitHub to my app service and all, right? Yeah. So
Yep.
let's come and see some other feature in that app service. Open that one. Are you interested in teaching, Preeti?
I'm sorry, what?
Teaching, training.
Interested in teaching?
Yeah. You like to provide training? Or
But
you want to
if I
come
know the
into?
stuff, then it's okay. Yeah. If I learn it, then I can.
Yeah, maybe as a part time, correct?
Yeah.
It's not hard actually. When you start now, you feel that it's a more interesting part, because in this way you will make your training more compatible, right? Your
Yeah.
knowledge more extendable, right?
Yeah.
What we know 4 years back, Priti, and what we know after 4 years, there is totally difference. Because when
Definitely.
you
Yeah.
teach, you actually learn also. Sometimes a student ask uncomfortable question, right? Then
Yeah.
you go and do a research, and then you again try to. So this is the way you keep your knowledge updated,
Yeah.
correct? No? So you can think of it, maybe once you have your this training over, and if you like to work with us, then maybe explore that till the time you are not settled in any of the IT job. It's a good
Mhm.
idea to be continue with us as a part
Sure.
time, maybe, correct?
Yeah.
Sure. Okay, so just go to the app service and let's create an app service now. Yeah, just select the resource group. Mhm. Give it a name. Just give any name. Maybe
Mm.
again take place, because that is a unique name. Nobody use. Yeah, yeah, that's fine. Yes. And then select the runtime stack, .NET one. I
Is
think
this the one?
.NET,
The early
no, second one,
second one?
4.0.
Yeah. 4.8. Yeah.
Okay, and just select
Are we
EastWS.
doing central? Okay.
Scroll down.
Yeah. Last time we couldn't find it. Remember?
Yeah, we do not able to see the higher SKU for you. Okay, no worry. I
Yeah.
think that
there-
it's only make you available the free one.
Yeah. That's the thing. Mm.
Okay, I think that most of the tasks we able to do. Only certain tasks we will showcase you. So just go to the next monitoring. So it enable another service. That service is called Application Insight. Okay, say review and create.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Oh, no worry. Just click and create. So you remember the standard diagram
So does
where,
it first create a template and then deploy my thing resource thing, or
yes,
how is that? Because
yes,
it
yes.
create. Okay.
So first it launch the service, and then
Mhm.
if you want, you can push your code here. Now can you open a MS Paint? I think it's already open. Yeah, there. Yes.
This is the one, isn't it? Yeah.
Right. So as a customer has a requirement to run
Mhm.
their website, so we solve the first requirement
Mhm.
using a CI/CD, right? Where
Yeah.
the code get changed and it will automatically pick by the website and it will launch. Now today we try to see what all auto scaling options available in app service. Okay, auto scaling means when we currently you are only using 1 GB of RAM because you are using
Mhm.
free. Okay, right? So
Yeah.
if you want to use, let's say, more website hits is coming to you, so definitely
Mhm.
you need, for a better performance, you want 4 GB RAM, 8 GB RAM, 16 GB
Mhm.
RAM in a backend. So that
Mhm.
is called vertical scaling. Okay.
Mhm.
Another one is called horizontal scaling. Horizontal scaling means when number of server count increase in a background.
Mhm.
So currently you are running just one instance. Maybe you want to run 10 instance,
Mhm.
15 instance in a background, right? So this is how the scaling happen in cloud. So we are going to see the scaling option, and then we will try to leverage the if I want to first test the website in a pre-production environment, right? Before making live, we want to make it in a pre-production environment. That is called UAT, user acceptance testing, right? When the UAT confirmed, then only be deployed that website in a production so that all the millions of user can see that one, right? So how the different environment can be created in a app service, and then we can see that how can we use the dashboard you provided by the Azure App Insight, that is a monitoring service, to give me the detailed dashboarding of my app service. Okay, so we are going to see all these three now. Go back to your app service, just check. Yes, go to the resource. So now as usual, you have your default website. So just click that default website. Yeah,
Can I click it or I need
yeah,
to
just
copy
click
it?
it. Just click it. It will open.
Okay.
So it launch a default website. Go and click the Azure. It will take, because you have a free SKU, it take time to load. Okay. So now yesterday we see something called deployment center. You remember,
Mhm.
right? Uh, in a deployment center, you have an option to connect with GitHub or any other FTP, right? So just above the deployment center, there is something called deployment slot. Can you click that? There is a
This one?
deployment slot. Yeah. Now this is a slots. You can create multiple slots here. By default, you have only a free SKU. Let's see, can I go and auto scale it? Scroll down. Now in a setting, you will see something called a scale up or a scale out. No, no, no. Be there. Yeah. Be there. Be there. A scale up and a scale out, right? So
Mhm.
when you click a scale up, it will present you. Currently, you are running which one? You are running only 1 GB memory, right? You are running a free SKU, right?
Mm.
It's giving you 1 GB memory, right? So because you are running in a dev test environment, now there is an environment called production. Can you click that one? On top, this is dev test. After that, there is a production. Now in a production, you have a multiple SKU. For example, if you take S1, what you get? You get 1.7 GB memory, right? When you take P1 V2, going to give you 4 GB memory. And at the same time, your CPU is also get powerful, right? Correct. And when you select S1, just look at the feature which you are getting below. Include feature, custom domain, auto scale. Able to see the feature?
Mm. Yeah, here,
Right,
yeah.
right, exactly. So you have a lot of features which you can include that. So let's click apply. Just try upgrade the SKU. Let's see it happen or not. Click apply.
Okay.
So we try to upgrade from F1 to S1. Yes. Yes, congratulations. You applied successfully. So this is called vertical scaling. What do we call it?
Vertical
Vertical
is.
scaling. It means that I am upgrading the compute power in a same instance. Okay, in a same server. So whatever the server Microsoft provide you in a background, in the same server you are increasing more memory and a more CPU, right? But what is the limitation you have? You know what is the limitation you have? Just look at that. What is the maximum memory you can allocate when you select P1 V2? What is the maximum you get?
Maximum I get
14 GB. If you select the last one, P3
yeah.
V2,
14 GB, yeah.
what will happen if your website get more hits? Then even 14 GB is not enough.
Mm.
What will you do now? You cannot increase more than 14 GB now, right?
Mm.
Then you will get a scale out, second option.
Mm.
What? Select the second option, which is called a
So
scale
if
out.
you need more than 14 GB, then you all have to do scale out.
A scale out, yes, that's it. So
Okay.
it means that more server with the same capacity created in a background, right? So for example,
Yeah.
you have currently one instance, right? You can
Yeah.
increase the instance count now. You see there is a slider. You see, yeah, this slider. Just increase the count. Just drag the slider, right? So let's say, for example, you want 2 server, 3 server, 4 server, correct? Right? You also have an option of custom auto scaling. Custom auto scaling means, see, you cannot sit 24/7 before portal to check how many hits is coming. Correct? Maybe hits is coming in the evening. You are not there. Then the whomsoever the customer, when they are visiting website, they feel that hey, this website is very slow here. Correct? So you can configure the custom auto scaling also. Just check this box, custom auto scaling. Now scroll down. Just say that. Just look at that. Add a rule. Just click add a rule. Below, add a rule. Yeah. Now for an example, you can define that if my CPU utilization go beyond 50% continuously for 5 minutes, then increase one more server. So your one become 2. Okay. When both server CPU utilization go more than 50%, please increase one more. So you become 3 now. Correct? So this way,
Yeah.
you can do auto scaling automatically. Your Azure will watch that if you have more CPU license. So you have a lot of parameters. Just drop down. In a matrix name, you have a CPU license. Drop down. There is a no. Oh, yeah, below. There is a matrix name, na CPU percentage. Are you able to see? Yes. Drop down. So you can define your matrix on basis of various parameters. For example, memory percentage. So if my memory utilizing more than 60%, create one more server. Right? Maybe how many data hits is coming. So on the basis of that, you can also define. So you have a matrix to define that how your server can auto scale from maybe 10 instance to 20 instance, 20 instance to 30 instance. So for an example, Amazon, Flipkart, all these when they announce a big billion sale, right? So in that during that period of time, they actually have a 100 or 200 server running in the background only for that period of time, because during big billion sale day, more customer is coming to Amazon or Flipkart, right? Correct. So they just do an auto scaling automatically. So during that period of time, when whatever the hits is coming, they will scale. And when the hits start going down, then it will automatically removing all the server from the background.
Okay.
Got that right? So this is what the auto scaling rule is. So you have a both option: a scale up, a scale out.
Scale up, yeah, scale up, scale out. Okay.
Correct. Now
Yeah.
this is a scale. So it means that I, as a customer, I can do all these things. Right? Just give me a two minute. I'm just having. और थोड़ा सा वो डाल देना देखिए yes. Now just go to the upper one. You see there is something called application insight. हेलो, हाँ निकल रहा है। अच्छा अनूप राज कैसे उससे आ रहा है क्या? ऑटो से, ऑटो से आ रहा है। अच्छा ठीक है। Okay, there is something called application insight. Just go up little bit up. Not here, not here, not here. On a menu side, on a menu side. There is an application insight. Yeah. Just be there, be there. Yeah. In a setting, there is something called application insight. Yes, click that one. All good now. Click view application insight data on the top. Now click application dashboard. Now look at that. It is going to give you the full dashboard. So when you go to any company, you see that there is a big monitor. It was showing all the traffic which is coming and all, right? So it has a full-fledged dashboard regarding all the parameter. How responsive your website is, how reliable your website is, what is the usage of the website, your browser, how much memory consumption happens. So you have all these parameters is already there, right? You can also have a live streaming. So on the top, you see that there is something called live streaming. Just below, take the cursor below a little bit more below. Be there. Yes. No, I think.
No, I think I went back into it.
Just yeah. Live stream. It's saying live stream.
Live stream.
Just little bit more right. More right.
Oh
More
yeah.
right. Yes. Okay. Click that one. Just say get started with live matrix. Oh. No, just close this one. Close this one.
I think I closed everything.
Hello. हेलो हेलो हाँ बेटा क्या बुक करना है क्या बुक करना है अनु प्लाजा से अच्छा ठीक है एक सेकंड प्लाजा से Okay, use the normal one. Maybe the password is safe in the normal one. Close this incognito window and use normal without incognito. Okay. Yeah. Same problem with me. I do not remember the password. Yeah, you logged in.
It gets me on there.
Okay, so just click the app service now.
Are we creating a new one
No. Same.
Same thing? Okay, yeah.
So go back to the MS Paint and let's see what all the problem we solve for the customer. CI/CD we did yesterday. We did auto scaling today, right? We also see that we can have a detailed dashboard for the customer. So customer do not have to buy any third-party monitoring application, right? Right? Now there is a third point which say that website need to be first deployed in UAT, right? And then in production. Correct? So let's
Yeah.
create a UAT environment and then production environment. Go back.
Go back into
Azure portal.
Azure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now just click the deployment slots in a deployment. Yes. So currently you have only one slot. And what did that slot say? Production. Correct?
Yeah.
So whatever changes you will make, it will make in a production directly. Okay. So better we will do add slots. So click add slots on the top. Give it any name. Maybe we can give a name called UAT. Just give a name.
What name?
UAT. Yeah, just click add. So now Priti, you have a two environment. You have a two URL. One URL for testing of internal application. And when it is done, then you can make it in a production. Okay. This is how most of the company is doing the deployment. So click close. Now what you are able to see, you have a two environment. One is production. One is called UAT. Just click that UAT environment. And look at that URL. So what the URL says now? It's TechPledge UAT. Correct? Right? So click that one. Click that URL. See, open the same thing. Now let's make a small change. Go back to your Azure portal. Just before tab is Azure portal.
Because I cannot see because this is blocking.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Okay. Now let's make a small change. Where you make a, how we make a small change? We can come to deployment tool and we go app service editor. Right. Just click OK. So it launch another one where we can make a small changes in the code. So this one, here it is, and here I'm going to say, let's say, let's type here something like developed by Preeti. Hold on. Yeah, just type developed by Preeti for UAT.
I'm sorry, what?
Developed by Preeti for UAT.
Okay.
UAT. Good. Just go and refresh your website. Not this one. Hold on. Let me close this one. It's not required. This is your website. And here, if you refresh, you will get the changes here, right? Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. But this is running in UAT environment. Your production is totally different, right?
Yeah.
So when you come to a TechPledge and when you come to a production environment, then you see that your production is running a totally different picture.
Yeah.
So when you come to a production one, your production website does not show these changes because it is currently in UAT environment, right? It is still in a, right? So whenever you make a final changes, when you satisfy that, yes, it is done, Now we can run it in a production. Then you can come here and simply you have an option to, you see the option?
Yeah, swap.
Just click swap. Swap from UAT to production. Just click swap. So whatever the changes you make in a UAT environment, that go live in production environment. Taking time. Now it's done. Now can you go? Now if you go to the production environment and when you refresh it, you get the same changes, right? Correct? So you
Yeah.
have a different URL, right? Takeplace.azurewebsite.net, and here you have a takeplace UAT.azure website. So this is how most of the company working, right? They have always a UAT URL, and then the production URL. In a UAT URL, they make the changes, right? They test it.
Yep.
When it approved, then only it will come to the production environment. So it means that if I see the customer requirement, all the customer requirement is now going to solve. So which all feature I am going to use here? So website should support CI/CD, which is the feature. We have a feature called deployment center, right? Auto scaling, we have a two feature. One is called a scale out,
And scale
up, right?
up. Yep.
Horizontal or vertical scaling. Then when you are in a deployed in a production environment, then you have a feature called deployment slot.
Yeah.
Correct? And then when you have a how to monitor that, you have a something called application insight, right? Correct. Now, apart from that, it has all other features. So, for example, company do not use this kind of a website, right? They have something like, for example, in our case, we have a takeplaceconsulting.com, right? So how I can use my own domain name? So here, if you come here, you see that we have a something called custom domain. See that? Right? So if you want that your website should come with your own name, your own custom name, then you can add your custom domain here, right? For example, www.preetiazurexpert.com, right? But this domain you must already purchase from either any of the provider like GoDaddy. Okay. So what the process is, you have to, there are many domain provider. For example, GoDaddy is a very popular one. So just go to the GoDaddy and search your domain name. For example, I want to buy a domain called preetiazurexpert.com. So first it will check that whether this domain name is available or it is booked by someone else. So then it will say that yes, it is available and this is going to charge you this much. Correct? Right?
Yep.
So, right. So once you book the domain, then you have to give this domain inside the Azure, and your Azure is now ready to showcase you your own name, means take like that, azureexpert.com. So you just have to enter this domain name like here and just click validate. Correct? So
Yep.
this is how the whole process will work. Plus you have something which is called as a backup. So by default, everything it take automatically. But if you want to configure your own schedule, you can configure the backup here. Right? Many website is running nowadays on HTTPS, right? So you can, you can also enable the HTTPS from the app service. So all the feature which a customer require to have their website running, they are using this all feature there. Correct? They have all the feature inbuilt. The only I was initially when my domain, when my website was running 3 years back, I was using Azure, but the cost wise it is very high. Okay.
Okay.
So, yeah. So then I moved to from here to another one, which is called what we call.
Yeah, you didn't spell consulting. Yeah.
Okay. Then I moved from Azure to AWS, but AWS charges is also very high. Right. Now you see that I have also used the SSL, right? My website is secure one. Correct?
Yeah.
Right. So I use the Azure in the Azure app service. I use that feature here, and then I use the custom domain. So my custom domain are registered in a GoDaddy. So all this I as a business doing that. So same feature customer can use when they are running the website in Azure app service, right? So this is all about Azure app, and we this is a PaaS service. So we have Azure virtual machine, we have Azure load balancer, we have Azure storage service. These all are called infrastructure as a service. IaaS.
IaaS, yeah.
Yes, right. And when we talked about the SQL and app service, we have not installed any server in the background, right? So this is called platform as a service.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Now so if any customer wants to come to Azure, any customer, these are the main reason. I want to run my website, so I come to Azure. I want to have a database, so I come to Azure. I want to store the data, so I come to Azure. I want to have running a server, I come to Azure. But apart from that, there are many other things which customer require, but they did not come up clearly. For example, when you are going to buy an apartment, what is your first criteria? Your first criteria is that how big the room is, whether room has a ventilation or not, right? Whether sunlight is coming or not. So you are actually trying to pay the price only for all these features. But apart from that, you have a silent requirement which will never come up. Is that apartment secure?
Yeah.
Right? But you do not want to pay for security extra, right? Correct. Correct, no? So is that apartment secure? For an example, is that apartment have this facility, maybe swimming pool, but you do not want to come up, so that maybe you think it's a chargeable, extra chargeable, right? So when I buy an apartment, I definitely look for main like that, how big the room is, how square feet and all, right? But apart from that, we also want some other services. Same thing happened with the customer. So customer definitely want to come up to Azure only to store data, but apart from that, they also want something add-on. Example, how secure it is. Can I monitor it? Can I control it? Can I do this? But that is not their major requirement, right? Correct. So now once you have these core services in your control, we can move towards the major requirement, the silent requirement of the customer. So from tomorrow we are starting the silent requirement, and we are starting from security. Okay. how to make all these services which you have provisioned in Azure secured. So all is done. Now you just again, without any code, go to the all resources, select your resource. Yes, select everything. Just select and hit delete. Yes. Click delete. All the click show hidden. Below you have an option called show hidden. So anything which is not available, it will also below. Yeah. Yes. So there is one hidden service also there. Just click that one. Yeah, and delete that. All good. Everything is done. See you
Yep.
tomorrow with security.
Thank you.